Welcome to Mystic Realms Recap. Links are in the description below. Please show some love of the author and me. On to the show. Su Yan controlled the Hyperion and rammed into the main control room of the star warship, and in the main control room, Bastide's face changed greatly when he saw this picture. No, what does he want to do? A bad premonition flashed in his heart. Is he trying to force his way in? No, his attack is too powerful. My star warship can't stop him at all. If he breaks in, we will be finished. At this time, he desperately manipulated the star warship and rushed out towards the outside. The star warship shot out like a cannonball, drawing a long trace in midair, and swiftly swept away in the distance. The planetary battleship that Bastide manipulated had suffered heavy damage and could no longer fly normally. He is still desperately charging towards the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan is not slow to control the Hyperion. The heart of the galaxy is what he needs the most at this stage, so Su Yan must grab the heart of the galaxy when the star warship is chasing the heart of the galaxy. On the star battleship, there were continuous roars. Bastide manipulated the star warship and rushed towards the heart of the galaxy desperately. He is also constantly adjusting the position of the energy shield. During this process, his heart beat very fast. After all, he had never seen a powerhouse capable of resisting interstellar energy cannons. He did not know how Su Yan did it, nor what tactics Su Yan used to make the energy shield of the interstellar battleship. It can resist Su Yan's attack, but no matter what, the heart of the galaxy is extremely precious. He had to get it and never let Su Yan take it away. At this time, under the control of Bastide, their battleships were getting closer and closer to the heart of the galaxy, and they were about to reach the area where the heart of the galaxy was located. The heart of the galaxy is in the core area of the planet, and it is only a few thousand kilometers away from the surface of the planet. When there were still hundreds of kilometers away from the heart of the galaxy, Su Yan suddenly stopped the trend of the battleship rushing forward and stopped. Bastide saw that there were many energy ripples on the periphery of the heart of the galaxy, which were rapidly rushing towards their planetary battleship. His face changed greatly. He manipulated the battleship and quickly retreated backwards, avoiding the attacks of those energy ripples, and at the same time manipulating the planetary battleship, continuing to sprint forward. But he didn't know, Su Yan had guessed it for a long time, and he was definitely not willing to give up the heart of the galaxy, so Su Yan had already set up a protective shield near the heart of the galaxy to stop Bastide's battleship from moving towards the heart of the galaxy. Approaching the heart of the galaxy, Su Yan manipulated the planetary battleship, followed behind the planetary battleship all the time, constantly attacking the planetary battleship, causing the planetary battleship to fall into pieces. The hatches on the star battleship have long been damaged. Bastide controlled the planetary battleship and flew away quickly towards the distance. At the same time, while he was flying away, he controlled the planetary battleship and aimed all the energy cannons at Su Yan. He wanted to use the energy cannon to penetrate Su Yan's battleship and destroy him. As long as Su Yan's battleship is defeated, the heart of the galaxy will become his possession. Su Yan's face was extremely calm. Bastide, I advise you to be obedient and capture it. If you are so stubborn, I don't mind, destroy your battleship first, and then go to get the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan looked at the hatch of the interstellar battleship and said lightly. Hearing Su Yan's words, Bastide was so angry that he scolded, Damn, how dare you threaten me? Hee, believe it or not, I do have such courage. Su Yan looked at Bastide. You are simply courting death. Bastide manipulated the star battleship, quickly approaching the heart of the galaxy, and on the star battleship, full of energy cannons, attacked Su Yan's battleship. Hee, you can attack. If my battleship suffers losses, I will definitely make you pay a painful price. There was a cold smile on Su Yan's face. Damn it. Bastide looked at Su Yan, and he wanted to tear Su Yan to pieces immediately. But he knew that his current fighting power would not be able to compete with Su Yan at all. The only thing he can do now is to consume the energy of Su Yan's battleship as much as possible, so that the battleship will not be destroyed, but there is no way to destroy it, so that the star battleship will not explode. This is equivalent to a technical nerd playing games, while he is standing by and watching, can only stare blankly, and can't help anything. Su Yan controls the warship, constantly dodging the attack of the star warship. However, his battleship cannot be passively beaten all the time. Su Yan also started to attack. Su Yan steered the Hyperion, and slammed it on the door of the star warship. Boom! Bang! A loud noise came. Damn, how did you do it? No wonder your battleship can resist my planetary battleship. It turns out that you have mastered a special energy cannon that can devour the energy of the planetary battleship, so that the planetary battleship cannot move forward and can only be your warships are in pursuit, and my warships will be damaged. Bastide said angrily. I won't tell you. Su Yan smiled faintly. He manipulated the star warship, and charged into the cockpit of the star warship. Rumbling, operator. Puff. Bastide manipulated the battleship and fled quickly, but the size of the planetary battleship was too large, and in the process of escaping, he also collided with other battleships, causing those battleships to be seriously damaged. Bastide looked at those battleships, each of them was severely damaged. He could not help but grit his teeth and felt distressed. However, in order to ensure the safety of his own life and to obtain the heart of the galaxy, he could only continue to move towards the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion to follow, heading towards the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan didn't want to delay too long, he needed to get the heart of the galaxy as soon as possible. Bastide saw that Su Yan had been chasing him all the time, and suddenly he was furious. His heart was full of anger, but he had nothing to do now. Damn, am I really going to lose to him? Bastide was not reconciled, and he also hoped to kill Su Yan completely. No, I must get the heart of the galaxy, or my battleship will be destroyed by him. Bastide gritted his teeth. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion to follow closely behind, constantly attacking the star warship. Bastide manipulated the star warship, constantly dodging the attack of the Su Yan warship in space, but there was no way. He has no chance at all to get close to the heart of the galaxy, and there is no way to take it out. Under the control of Su Yan, the battleship quickly approached the direction of the heart of the galaxy. The heart of the galaxy is less than a few dozen kilometers away. Bastide manipulated the star warship, moving little by little towards the heart of the galaxy, but the speed of the star warship was too slow. He had to speed up, otherwise, he would be thrown off by Su Yan. In the end, the star battleship was overtaken by Su Yan, who steered the Hyperion and collided violently against the star battleship. The continuous collision sound was transmitted from the star battleship. 1, 2, 3. Bastide manipulated the star warship and kept dodging, but under the attack of Su Yan's warship, the defense cover of his star warship kept shaking, and there were dense cracks on the protective cover. Seems to be broken at any time. Ah! Damn it, Bastide became angry when he saw the dense cracks appearing on his star battleship. The starship is covered by an energy shield on the outside, and there will be no problems. If the shield of the star warship is breached, the energy shield of the star warship will also be destroyed. A look of panic appeared on his face. Although the star warship is powerful, it is not an interstellar system after all, and cannot use energy weapons to counterattack. If Su Yan really launched an all-out attack on the starship, his starship would definitely not be able to withstand it, and he might not be able to save his life by then. On the interstellar battleship, there was a sound of concussion. Bastide's expression changed when he saw that his battleship was slowly deforming. Boom! Above the interstellar battleship, a flame exploded, and in an instant, the battleship was destroyed and turned into countless pieces. Seeing the destruction of Bastide's starship, Su Yan's mouth showed a smile. He manipulated the Hyperion and quickly flew to the heart of the galaxy in front of him, trying to snatch the heart of the galaxy while Bastide's battleship was destroyed. But at this moment, a dangerous smell came from behind him. This dangerous smell made Su Yan's heart shudder. He hurriedly steered the battleship, turned his head to look, and saw a silver-white boat quickly approaching the heart of the galaxy. Damn, it's another person from the boat of the galaxy. Su Yan's eyes narrowed slightly. Su Yan could clearly see the appearance of the captain of the boat of the galaxy. It was the man in black robe. He didn't expect that the man in black robe had not given up, and he followed behind him all the way. Hyperion, speed up. Su Yan saw that the captain's battleship was getting closer and closer to him, and knew that it was impossible for him to get the heart of the galaxy, and he still had a lot of energy left, so he did not choose to back down. Instead, he wanted to compete with the captain of the boat of the galaxy. Su Yan manipulated the battleship and accelerated rapidly, wanting to surpass the boat of the galaxy and leave the boat behind. Humph. Boy, don't even think about leaving. The captain of the black-robed captain saw that Su Yan was controlling the battleship to speed up to escape, and immediately shouted loudly, and also accelerated the speed of the ship of the galaxy, chasing after Su Yan's Hyperion. Seeing the ship of the galaxy chasing after him, Su Yan's face darkened. Although the speed of the Hyperion is faster than that of the ship of the galaxy, but the ship of the galaxy has the assistance of the interstellar battleship, so the Hyperion still cannot get rid of the tracking of the ship of the galaxy. But fortunately, Su Yan's Hyperion has an interstellar system, while the Galaxy Arc does not have an interstellar system. Su Yan manipulated the battleship and quickly avoided the captain of the boat of the galaxy. At the same time, he was also looking for an opportunity to defeat the captain of the boat of the galaxy and get the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan and the captain of the boat of stars and rivers chased each other constantly, in the void of the universe, constantly flickering, for a while on the left, for a while on the right. They chased each other from time to time, making a loud noise that was deafening. The captain of the starship boat is very powerful. He controls the interstellar battleship and keeps chasing Su Yan in the void of the universe. He also knows that only in the universe will his battleship have a great advantage. And he also knew that Su Yan was avoiding his spaceship. Whoosh! Suddenly, the captain of the ship of the galaxy controlled the interstellar battleship, and suddenly flashed to the side. Seeing the captain of the boat of the galaxy suddenly disappear in front of his eyes, Su Yan couldn't help but startled slightly. But soon, Su Yan understood the intention of the captain of the boat of the galaxy, and he attacked himself in the dark. Su Yan's battleship suddenly dodged to the side, dodging the sneak attack of the captain of the ship of the galaxy. He immediately maneuvered the battleship to chase the captain's interstellar battleship, and wanted to kill the battleship of the ship of the galaxy. Destroy the battleship of the Arc of the Galaxy. In this case, no matter how powerful Bastid's interstellar battleship is, he doesn't have to be afraid of the threat of the intergalactic battleship. Boom! The Arc of the Galaxy suddenly shot 2 cannonballs forward, smashing towards Su Yan's Hyperion. These 2 projectiles, one is an armor-piercing projectile, the other is a high-temperature penetrating projectile. The power is 100 times more powerful than the previous projectile, and the power is enormous. Su Yan hurriedly steered the Hyperion to the side to avoid it. A penetrating shell hit Su Yan's battleship, shaking the Hyperion, and the entire Hyperion almost smashed. To be knocked over. Su Yan manipulated the battleship and continued to sprint forward. No matter what difficulties appeared in front of him, he had to take 2.6 times the heart of the galaxy. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion to rush forward quickly. Under such circumstances, Su Yan's battleship was very fast, and in a short time, he arrived at the place where the heart of the galaxy was located. Whoosh! Su Yan's battleship had just approached the location of the heart of the galaxy. Suddenly, the ship of the galaxy rushed over from the side and intercepted Su Yan's battleship. Humph, boy, do you think I can't help you by hiding here? You are so naive. Seeing that the boat of Xinghe had intercepted his battleship, the captain of the black-robed captain sneered and manipulated the hull of the boat of Xinghe, and small shells were continuously shot out from the cabin of the boat of Xinghe, towards Su Yan's the battleship bombarded. Seeing this scene, Su Yan frowned, and had to admit that these small cannonballs were indeed very powerful. Su Yan is not afraid either. He manipulated the star-field warriors, and quickly raised the defense of the battleship, and at the same time quickly avoided the attacks of those small artillery shells. The star-field warriors quickly put away the battle armor, and arranged the star-field barrier around the battleship, blocking the attacks of those small shells. The power of those cannonballs was reduced by more than half. Su Yan was relieved to see that the attack of the ship of the galaxy failed. However, Su Yan did not relax, but was more cautious, because he knew that the captain of the boat of stars never gave up, and there must be other means waiting for him. Sure enough, the captain of the ship of the galaxy controlled the battleship to fly forward for a few seconds, then made a quick turn, chasing towards Su Yan's Hyperion again. This time, he manipulated the ship of the galaxy and rammed towards Su Yan's Hyperion, trying to destroy the Hyperion. Su Yan steered the Hyperion to avoid those small shells, and at the same time steered the space warriors to intercept those shells. Boy, get down for me, you can't fight me. I advise you to be obedient and capture it, otherwise, you will not only be injured at 31 points, maybe you won't even be able to save your life. Said with a cold smile. Hearing the words of the captain of the boat of the galaxy, Su Yan sneered, "Humph, just relying on you as a rubbish captain is also worthy of negotiating conditions with me. I tell you, I, Su Yan, have never been afraid of death. If you dare to kill me, just try it, no matter how powerful your battleship is, how can it take me?" The strength of the captain of the boat of the galaxy is very powerful. His attack can easily pierce the battleship. Su Yan also knows that the captain of the boat of the galaxy is terrifying, but he also has a way to deal with the captain of the boat of the galaxy. Su Yan's Hyperion is a special warship. It can sail in the interstellar space, can resist various dangerous environments in the galaxy, and even on the battlefield, the Hyperion can also help his warship to carry out some counterattacks. So Su Yan is not worried about the safety of his battleship. When the captain of the boat of the galaxy saw that he could not kill Su Yan, he couldn't help but burn with anger. "Damn it, boy, let me down." The captain of the starship boat roared, and controlled the battleship to slam the Hyperion towards Su Yan. Boom! Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion and collided with the ship of the galaxy, and it exploded immediately. There were cracks on the ship of the galaxy, and it looked like it was about to be broken. Su Yan steered the Hyperion and galloped away quickly. The captain of the starship boat saw that his attack failed to kill Su Yan, and he was also a little angry. He manipulated the warship to pursue Su Yan's Hyperion. He wanted to shoot Su Yan in the stars and shoot Su Yan. Yan shreds the corpse into 10,000 pieces. Su Yan saw the captain of the boat of the galaxy chasing after him. His face changed. The warriors of the star field quickly put on the battle armor, and then quickly drove the battleship to avoid the pursuit of the boat of the galaxy. The speed of the ship of the galaxy was very fast, and it came to Su Yan's Hyperion in a short while. The captain of the ship of the galaxy controlled the ship of the galaxy and quickly rammed it towards the Hyperion. Boom! The arc of the galaxy slammed into the Hyperion, causing the Hyperion to shake constantly. Boom! The captain of the ship of the galaxy crashed heavily on the Hyperion. Boom! The battleship of the captain of the starship boat hit the Hyperion again, smashing the Hyperion's battleship into pieces. Su Yan manipulated the battleship and galloped forward quickly, trying to escape the control range of the ship of the galaxy. Su Yan's Hyperion, under the control of the Star Warriors, can fly extremely fast. Although the star warship of the captain of the starship boat is extremely fast, it cannot keep up with him. Su Yan controls the Hyperion and pushes towards the captain of the starship boat. At the same time, he controls the Starfield Warrior, using the Starfield arm of the Star River Warrior, and keeps launching violent attacks on the captain of the Star River boat. To get rid of the captain of the boat of the galaxy. The captain of the starship boat saw the Hyperion approaching, and manipulated the starship battleship to dodge quickly. On the Hyperion, many Star Warriors' armors were damaged, but they didn't care. Manipulating the Star Warriors attacked the starship boat, and beat the captain of the starship boat. Retreat. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion, constantly attacking the ship of the galaxy, trying to kill the captain of the ship of the galaxy, and not let the ship of the galaxy continue to chase him. The captain of the starship boat saw that the Hyperion was able to force him into such a situation, and he couldn't help being horrified. He didn't expect that the captain of his dignified starship would suffer at the hands of this kid, the Hyperion. He really lost the face of his ship of the galaxy. If it spreads out, it will definitely become a source of ridicule for others. Damn it, damn boy, I must catch you and cut you to pieces. The captain of the starship boat shouted angrily, manipulating the battleship, quickly chasing Su Yan, and wanting to kill Su Yan in the star field. The Hyperion kept dodging the attack of the captain of the starship boat, and kept galloping towards the distance. 140. No matter how the Hyperion dodges, the captain of the ship of the galaxy can always find the trace of the Hyperion and leave some injuries on the Hyperion. Su Yan controls the Hyperion, constantly dodging the pursuit of the ship of the galaxy. On the battlefield, everything depends on strength. Only strength is king. The captain of the ship of the galaxy saw that the Hyperion was hit by him and kept repairing it. He knew that the Hyperion's defense capability was very good. Destroying the Hyperion is not an easy task. You can only consume Su Yan slowly, so that Su Yan cannot display his combat skills. In this way, he can completely eliminate Su Yan. However, the captain of the starship boat was not as lucky as he imagined. Although the Hyperion was hit many times by him, the Hyperion was extremely capable of repairing. Soon, the repairing ability of the Hyperion was restored to its original state, making the captain of the ship of the galaxy unable to do anything at all. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion and kept avoiding the attack of the ship of the galaxy, but he did not have any fear, but a calm expression on his face. The captain of the starship ship saw that his attack was ineffective, his face sank, and he manipulated the starship battleship to continue chasing Su Yan. He didn't believe that he couldn't get rid of Su Yan. The captain of the ship of the galaxy controlled the battleship and chased towards Su Yan, biting the Hyperion tightly all the time. Although the Hyperion can fly fast, the ship of the galaxy is not vegetarian, and the ship of the galaxy can keep up with the Hyperion. Su Yan steered the Hyperion and continued to fly forward. Whoosh! The Hyperion crossed a ray of light in the air, pulling the distance away in an instant. The captain of Xinghe boat saw this situation, and immediately controlled the battleship of Xinghe boat to chase after him, trying to shoot down Su Yan's battleship. Humph! You want to catch up with me? It's not that simple. Su Yan controlled the Hyperion to fly in the void, and at the same time launched a cannonball at the battleship of the galaxy Arkansas. This is the artillery battery on the Hyperion. These cannonballs are powerful enough to kill the warriors on the starship battleship and defeat them. The cannonball crossed an arc in the air, and instantly came to the side of the ship of the galaxy, and hit the ship of the galaxy accurately. The cannonball exploded, and a powerful burst of energy erupted, and the warriors on the battleship of the Star River were affected and were seriously injured all of a sudden. The captain of Xinghe boat reacted quickly. After the aftermath of the explosion disappeared, Xinghe boat quickly avoided the attack of these shells. Otherwise, he might have been injured by these shells. Boy, I will tear you to shreds. The captain of the boat of Xinghe gave a cold drink, manipulated the boat of Xinghe, and continued to gallop forward, chasing towards Su Yan. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion to constantly dodge the attack of the galaxy arc, while continuously firing shells at the Hyperion, causing serious damage to the galaxy arc's battleship. The two warships chased after me like this, and soon flew out of the solar system and came to the interstellar void. In the starry sky, the energy on the battleship dissipated, and Su Yan steered the battleship and galloped forward. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion to constantly avoid the attack of the galaxy arc, and kept firing shells to attack the galaxy Arkansas. The captain of the Xinghe boat controlled the Xinghe boat to constantly dodge Su Yan's artillery fire, but he still suffered some injuries, leaving a lot of scars on his body. Rumbling. The battleship on the Ark of the Galaxy was hit by Su Yan's cannonball. Suddenly, a violent fire broke out on the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy, making the entire starry sky red and lit up. On the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy, many warriors and weapons were hit and blown to pieces. Aha! Many samurai were injured and screamed, causing them to cry in pain. The Hyperion's artillery fire is very strong. We don't want to fight recklessly. As long as we kill him, we will be able to win. The captain of the ship of the galaxy ordered the battleship of the galaxy, and did not dare to fight the Hyperion easily. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion and rushed towards the ship of the galaxy. Seeing Su Yan rushing towards him, the Ark of the Galaxy was not to be outdone. He manipulated the Ark of the Galaxy and rushed up quickly, trying to intercept the Hyperion. Rumbling tilde operator. The two starships collided again. The Hyperion attacked frantically on the battleship of the Galaxy Ark, causing the Galaxy Ark to sway from side to side in the air, looking a little embarrassed. The two battleships kept colliding, and a violent collision occurred, making the entire starry sky darken. The two battleships are constantly interlaced in the interstellar void. During these interlacing, violent explosions will occur from time to time, penetrating the surrounding void. Su Yan drives the Hyperion, and controls the Hyperion to keep wandering in the interstellar void, dodging the attack of the starship. The Hyperion has a lot of energy reserves, so it is not afraid of these attacks, but the Galaxy Ark is different. The energy reserves on the Galaxy Ark are limited. On their battleships, warriors and weapons, energy, etc., all rely on energy supply. The warriors, weapons, and energy on the Ark of the Galaxy need to be maintained. They cannot maintain a strong fighting state forever, so energy must be restored, and energy consumption requires energy items such as weapons and energy. The energy consumption of the Ark of the Galaxy is very large, so the warriors on the Ark of the Galaxy are constantly firing cannonballs, consuming the energy of the Ark, but there is still no way to defeat the Hyperion. Because the Hyperion has extremely strong protection capabilities, even if the samurai on the ship of the Galaxy fires artillery shells, they cannot damage the Hyperion. The defensive ability of the Hyperion made the captain of the ship of the Galaxy have a splitting headache. He knew that if he continued to fight with the Hyperion, his battleship would probably be destroyed by Su Yan. He didn't want to see his starship destroyed by Su Yan. The captain of the starship ship immediately ordered the warriors on the starship battleship, "We retreat." When the warriors of the starship battleship heard their captain's order, they immediately took back the warriors on the starship battleship and quickly retreated towards the outer edge of the interstellar void. In any case, they have to escape this interstellar void first, and then return to their main universe. This interstellar void is too dangerous. Seeing that the captain of the boat of Xinghe had escaped, Su Yan couldn't help but be slightly taken aback, but he did not expect that the boat of Xinghe would be so decisive. Su Yan took the heart of the galaxy directly, then he drilled into the Hyperion. Boom! The captain of the boat of the galaxy saw the Hyperion chasing towards his boat of the galaxy, and immediately, the warriors in the boat of the galaxy began to speed up their speed, and moved towards the empty space between the stars. The perimeter rushed away quickly. Damn it! The captain of the boat of the galaxy had a gloomy face, and he did not expect that the Hyperion would be able to keep up with them. Hurry up, and get out of this area. The captain urged his subordinates to do their best to get out of here quickly. The crew of the starship boat obeyed the captain's order, accelerated their speed, quickly left here, and galloped towards the outside. Su Yan manipulated the Hyperion and chased after the ship of the galaxy. The warriors on the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy are simply not comparable to Su Yan's Hyperion. The Hyperion is very fast and has a strong shield that can withstand most attacks. The Hyperion ran all the way, speeding fast in the interstellar void. The speed was very fast, almost forming a white light in the interstellar void. The Hyperion was very fast, and soon caught up with the ship of the galaxy. When the captain saw the Hyperion, a solemn expression appeared on his face, and a look of shock appeared in his eyes. He never thought that the Hyperion would catch up with his battleship and intercepted his own battleship, which was really incredible. Su Yan looked at the captain of the boat of the galaxy, his eyes were filled with icy cold light, his face was full of murderous intent. He said coldly, "I advise you to surrender obediently, and stop fighting fearlessly. I will not let you run away, because you have violated my bottom line." Su Yan snorted coldly, murderous intent in his eyes, and stared at the ship of the galaxy, coldly. The captain of the ship of the galaxy looked at the Hyperion, his brows wrinkled, his eyes fixed on the Hyperion, and his heart was a little nervous. He knew the power of the Hyperion. If the Hyperion really showed its formidable power, I am afraid that even his own battleship would not be his opponent, and he would definitely be destroyed by the Hyperion. At this time, he must think of a good way to solve the immediate difficulties. Hyperion, I admit, you are indeed powerful, but you are not that easy to destroy my galaxy ark, and you are still not qualified for 140. The captain of the galaxy ark shouted. Ha ha ha. Su Yan couldn't help laughing when he heard the words of the captain of the boat of the galaxy. Is it? Am I not that easy yet? Su Yan sneered and said, then let you experience the power of the Hyperion. After saying that, Su Yan controlled the muzzle of the Hyperion to point at the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy, and he poured his spiritual thoughts into the muzzle. Under the control of Su Yan, the muzzle of the Hyperion was slowly raised, and the muzzle was aimed at the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy. A beam of light spewed out of the Hyperion. Boom. A huge burst of energy erupted, and the entire space collapsed instantly, as if someone had smashed it with a hammer, and dense cracks appeared in the space. Then, the huge energy beam slammed directly on the hull of the ship of the galaxy. Boom! A huge amount of energy erupted, and with a loud noise, numerous cracks appeared on the surface of the hull of the battleship of the galaxy Arkansas. Under the artillery fire of the Hyperion, the hull of the Star, DBCG, riverboat battleship suffered serious damage immediately. The captain of the ship of the galaxy saw that his battleship was attacked like this, and a look of pain appeared on his face. He felt that the defensive cover of the ship of the galaxy was almost unable to withstand the Hyperion. Attacked. Hold me up. The captain of the starship boat gritted his teeth and gave orders to his battleship. Buzz. The battleship of Xinghe boat immediately burst into black mist, and under the cover of the black mist, the cracks on the surface of the battleship of Xinghe boat became healed. Soon, the battleship of the Galaxy Ark returned to its original state, but at this time, its energy defense cover was no longer the original 5 layers. When the Hyperion saw this scene, there were mocking eyes in his eyes. Xinghe boat, I will give you one last chance, surrender quickly, otherwise, I will destroy your Xinghe boat without hesitation. Su Yan said. The captain of the boat of the galaxy has a pale face, and there is anger in his eyes. When Su Yan said this, she was humiliating him naked. The artillery fire of the Hyperion continued to pour towards the battleship of the galaxy Arkansas. Every time the artillery fire fell, it would explode on the ground, setting off a huge mushroom cloud. Such terrifying power makes people afraid to look at it, because it is too terrifying. This round of salvo attacks may smash the entire battleship of the starship into pieces. At this time, the captain of the ship of the galaxy was also trembling, and he was worried that his battleship would be broken by the Hyperion. Captain, what to do? Captain, we can't just sit still like this, can we? We must fight back, otherwise, we can only wait to die. We must find a good breakthrough, otherwise, we will only be consumed alive by this Hyperion. The crew members on the Xinghe boat saw this scene, and they were all very nervous. They also stayed on the Xinghe boat for a long time, and they were very familiar with the situation of the Xinghe boat. The Xinghe boat's defense system is very powerful. In their eyes, the Xinghe boat is like a mountain, which can block any attack at the foot of the mountain. Anyone who wants to attack the Xinghe boat will need to pay a lot of money. But now, the Hyperion was able to attack outside the protective cover of the ship of the galaxy, and caused so much damage that the captain of the ship of the galaxy did not know what to do. This kind of attack power, the crew on the ship of Galaxy Ark can't resist. The only thing they can do is try their best to delay time and find a good breakthrough point. Su Yan controls the Hyperion and launches an attack on the starship. A crew member saw the huge red dot in the distance on the battleship of the Star River, and his face couldn't help but show a deep shock. What is that red dot? The crewman looked into the distance, and his face was full of horror. He couldn't see what the red dot was, but he could clearly feel the horror of this thing. Captain, that thing. That thing is a fort. If our warship is hit by a fort, it will be completely destroyed. That thing is very terrifying. We can't fight it at all. We should leave here quickly. The crewman saw the Hyperion's gun barrel aimed at him in the distance. His face turned white with fright, and he shouted. Hearing what his crew members said, the captain of the boat of the galaxy also had a trace of fear in his heart. The Hyperion's warships are too powerful. They can't deal with the Hyperion at all. Retreat, retreat immediately. The captain of the boat of the galaxy gave the order to retreat. The captain of the ship of the galaxy immediately drove the battleship to flee quickly, and at the same time opened the energy transmitter, and frantically sent the energy to the interior of the battleship, hoping that his battleship could be repaired quickly. As long as it can be repaired, he believes that his battleship can compete with the Hyperion. The Hyperion saw that the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy was retreating, and the corner of his mouth could not help but outline a slight arc, and the corner of his mouth outlined a cold and cruel arc. If you're enjoying my content, please consider donating a coffee. Or checking out my shirts on TeePublic. Starship, I advise you to stop and surrender, otherwise, I will smash your battleship and kill all the crew of your battleship. This is my warning to you, and you should understand what I mean. Su Yan said. The expression on his face was very indifferent, which made people feel a little scared. The captain of the boat of the galaxy heard Su Yan's words, frowned, narrowed his eyes, and showed a trace of unwillingness on his face, but he still gave up resistance. The captain of the starship boat is not a fool. He knows his current state. If he really fights with the Hyperion, he will definitely lose his battleship in the end, and it will definitely be destroyed. So, he chose to compromise. Su Yan saw that there was no more resistance on the ship of the galaxy. The expression on his face stretched, and the smile on his face gradually spread. He saw that the captain of the ship of the galaxy had compromised. His eyes narrowed slightly. Starship, now you are useless. I will let the Hyperion destroy you now. After he finished speaking, Su Yan controlled the Hyperion's captain's energy ball to slam towards the battleship of the galaxy Arkansas. In an instant, the Galaxy Ark's battleship was attacked, and the energy cover suddenly appeared. Several deep cracks. Boom. The energy shield of the Galaxy Ark was destroyed by the Hyperion's energy cannon. The power of the energy cannon was so great that the energy shield of the Galaxy Ark couldn't resist the bombardment of the Hyperion's energy cannon. After one cannon blasted through the energy shroud, all the crew members in the battleship of the Galaxy Ark were shaken up. Their bodies were in a state of embarrassment, and they fell on the deck. They all vomited blood. Their faces were pale, and their eyes were round. He looked at the battleship of the Starship River in the sky with a terrified face, and there was a ray of panic in his eyes. They were all seeing the energy cannon launched by the Hyperion for the first time. The power of this energy cannon was really terrifying. They had no idea that the Hyperion could have such a powerful weapon. Captain, our battleship is finished. What should we do now? The crew members looked at the battleship of the starship in the distance in horror. They were all frightened and asked quickly. The captain's face also turned pale. He knew the horror level of the Hyperion. Captain, what should we do? Should we just give up? So many people in our battleship died here? A crew member said with a sad face, his voice full of despair. The rest of the crew also nodded their heads one after another, all face ashes. The captain of the boat of stars and rivers was pale, and he didn't want to give up. If everyone died here, the loss would be immeasurable. He was not reconciled, and he didn't want to die. Now he has no other choice. If he doesn't escape as soon as possible, he will have to wait to die. Captain, what should we do? We won't really be destroyed by the Hyperion, right? The crew looked at the captain, and all of them showed despair. Even if the current ship of the galaxy is defeated by the Hyperion, there are other people who can help us. As long as our captain can contact other fleets and let them help us, then our ship of the galaxy will be able to help us. Resurrection. The captain of the ship of the galaxy roared through gritted teeth. Captain, how do we communicate with other fleets? We have fallen, and other fleets will simply ignore us. a crew member said bitterly. I will not give up. The captain of the ship of the galaxy shouted angrily. Su Yan flew over with the Hyperion's battleship. The battleship of the Galaxy Ark immediately turned around and rammed towards the Hyperion. Su Yan saw that the battleship of the Ark of the Galaxy actually rushed towards him, and there was a hint of surprise on his face. The captain of the ship of the Galaxy really dared to fight with himself. He actually wanted to attack the Hyperion with the muzzle of his battleship. They were all stunned, and they were all stunned, their faces full of disbelief. Captain, what are you doing? Why do you want to kill yourself? Captain, no. The Hyperion is too powerful, our battleship is not its opponent at all, and our captain is not its opponent at all. Captain, please, don't be impulsive. The crew of the Hyperion was in a hurry, and they all knelt down on the deck, begging the captain of the ship of the Galaxy not to seek death. The captain of the boat of stars and rivers heard the mourning of these crew members, and his heart softened a lot, but he also clearly understood that there was no turning back now, and he had to do it. He wants to live for his soldiers, he can't let them die here. Everyone, don't get excited. Although the Hyperion is very powerful, our battleship is not so easy to bully, said the captain of the ship of the Galaxy. Captain, no matter what kind of battleship it is, as long as it encounters the Hyperion, there is only one dead end. The Hyperion has the most advanced war fortress in the solar system, as well as the top fighting machines, and even some of the most advanced warships. Advanced defense system and energy system, even if our battleship is of the starship level, but after encountering the Hyperion, there is still only a downfall. 0. That's right, we have all experienced the power of the Hyperion, even if it is an interstellar carrier, it may not be an opponent of the Hyperion. Our battleship encountered the Hyperion, and there is only one dead end. Captain, you must not ask for hardship. Yes, Captain, we shouldn't be fighting the Hyperion, we might as well run away, there's still a chance to escape. One by one the crew discouraged the captain. Shut up for me. The captain scolded angrily, his face gloomy and watery, you bastards are all cowards. Don't you feel ashamed when you encounter difficulties? Don't you feel that you are useless? You are still not men, just men. Stand up for me and fight the Hyperion. Hearing the scolding from the captain of the boat of the Galaxy, the crew members lowered their heads, and their faces flushed. They are not opponents of the Hyperion at all. Their strength is not even a fraction of the Hyperion. How can they fight against the Hyperion? Su Yan sneered, are you struggling, or are you courting death? Su Yan said indifferently. Then he manipulated the Hyperion to launch an energy beam, ready to blow off the shield of the Galaxy Ark. The crew members of the Hyperion saw the energy beams fall from the sky, and their faces turned pale, and they kept kowtowing one by one, Captain, save us, we don't want to die. Seeing this scene, the captain's expression changed slightly. He also understood that the shield of his battleship would definitely not be able to block the energy beam, and he felt a little regretful in his heart. He should have known that the strength of the Hyperion was so powerful, why should he provoke the Hyperion? If the captain of the ship of the Galaxy did not provoke the Hyperion, then he would not have encountered such a dangerous situation. Too bad there is no if. Seeing this situation, the captain of the ship of the Galaxy gritted his teeth. He decided that he must fight against the Hyperion. Only in this way can he give his brothers 140 a chance to survive. Captain, what are you trying to do? We are all willing to surrender to the Hyperion. You better retreat. A crew member exclaimed. The captain of the boat of the Galaxy shook his head. I said, we are not afraid of death, we just don't want to die so uselessly. Hearing the words of the captain of the boat of the Galaxy, the crew members fell silent one by one, and their hearts were a little shocked. They didn't expect the captain of the boat of the Galaxy to say such a heroic word. He was really doing it for himself. Are the brothers desperate? The captain of the boat of the Galaxy is also a brave man. At this critical moment, he made a choice resolutely. He knew that he could not escape and would fight against the Hyperion. He also thought about surrendering. After all, their warships were of the starship level. The class of the Hyperion is a space carrier, and there is a huge gap between the two. But he is not willing to surrender like this, because only by death can he prove himself and prove that he was once brilliant, and let people remember his former demeanor. He wants to show those who ridiculed him that he was once brilliant, and he was also a fighting hero. The captain of the boat of the galaxy raised his hand and shot a few rays of light into the sky. Immediately, the crew behind him saw a shooting star passing in front of their eyes, and their eyes were a little blurry, not knowing what was going on. They looked up, but found that there was a huge fighting machine in the sky. They couldn't help but stunned, don't know what happened. Where did this battle machine come from? Why can't they see it clearly? Could it be that this battle machine just appeared out of nowhere? Or does this battle machine have some peculiar ability that makes this battle machine invisible? The captain of the boat of the galaxy saw this scene, and he was slightly relieved. He knew that this time he had made the right bet. He believed that this cannon of his own would definitely be able to severely damage the Hyperion. As long as the Hyperion was severely damaged, then there would be enough energy in his battleship to support them for a period of time and allow the battleship to return to its original appearance. Although their battleship is not as good as the Hyperion's fighting machine, they have a lot of energy, enough to keep them going for a while. Swoosh! The battleship of the galaxy fired 4 missiles and went straight to the Hyperion. These 4 missiles were very fast, and they reached the front of the Hyperion almost instantly. These 4 missiles actually have only one target, and that is the Hyperion. As long as the Hyperion can be destroyed, the soldiers of this battleship can be saved. As long as it can escape this catastrophe, then, in the future, this warship can slowly recover its combat effectiveness. Seeing this scene, everyone couldn't help holding their breaths. Each one was extremely nervous, for fear that the Hyperion would be blown up like this. The captain of the starship boat was pale, his forehead was full of sweat, his palms were all sweat, his heartbeat was a little faster, and his heart was full of anticipation. If the Hyperion was bombed to pieces by these 4 missiles, then the lives of his men would not be in danger, but he can't guarantee that this fighting machine can dodge the past. His hands were clenched into fists and clenched tightly, his eyes fixed on the fighting machine, for fear of any problems with the fighting machine. A sneer appeared on the corner of Su Yan's mouth. Seeing the expression of the captain of the boat of the galaxy, he knew what the captain of the boat of the galaxy was thinking now. Su Yan looked at the fighting machine with a playful, mocking look in his eyes. "Humph, do you want to sneak attack on my battleship? It's really over your own power. Do you think you can escape like this? It's just wishful thinking," Su Yan said coldly. As soon as Su Yan's voice fell, he saw a silver-white light group suddenly appear. Then, the light group rapidly expanded, turned into a hill, and slammed into the 4 missiles that were attacking the fighting machine. This is an ultra-high-pressure engine, and all of Su Yan's energy is used on the engine. I saw this ultra-high-pressure engine rushing towards the 4 missiles quickly. The captain of the boat of the galaxy, seeing this scene, his heart almost jumped out of his chest. Su Yan's blow is too terrifying. This is an ultra-high-temperature energy weapon that he has never seen before. This ultra-high-temperature energy can evaporate the entire warship in an instant. The crew of this warship will definitely be burned to ashes. Bang, bang, bang. These missiles exploded instantly in front of the ultra-high-pressure engine, and terrifying rays of light shot out, forming a gorgeous firework in mid-air. This time, the captain of the boat of stars and rivers was completely stunned. He stared at Su Yan, his mouth wide open, and his eyes widened as if he had seen a ghost. How can that be? Su Yan's attack, the power of 2.6, is so terrifying. This blow can even destroy an asteroid. Moreover, the power of Su Yan's engine is so terrifying that he can't estimate the power of Su Yan's blow, to what extent, and how many planets it can destroy. This is simply a miracle. The captain of the boat of stars and rivers felt his head was in chaos. He forgot to react, just stood there dumbfounded, as if struck by lightning. At this time, there were bursts of explosions in the battleship of the starship boat. These explosions made the captain of the boat of the galaxy wake up. "Captain, our hull has suffered heavy damage. Quick! Get the spaceship out of here now, or we'll all be trapped." It is already too late. The crew of the starship battleship is completely powerless to resist, because their battle armor has been completely damaged. Number 7. "It's done, we're done." Hearing the captain's roar, the crew members were in despair. Once the battle is over, they will become a pile of bones, and by then, everything they have done will be in vain. The captain of the boat of the galaxy saw this scene, and his face showed a crazy look. "No. Impossible. I don't believe this is true. It is impossible." There was sadness in his voice. The Ark of the Galaxy was built with hundreds of years of hard work. The crew of the Galaxy Ark has also experienced countless battles, and they are all elites of the Galaxy Ark. But now, their elites are about to be sacrificed here, and his heart is in incomparable pain. At this moment, there was another loud noise on the spaceship. Then, a huge ball of light suddenly appeared, enveloping the crew of the battleship. At the moment when this beam of light rose, all the crew members of 31 disappeared, not even a trace could be found. This time the attack is Su Yan's attack of controlling the ultra-high temperature energy. Su Yan used this ultra-high temperature energy only once, and this time the attack instantly killed all the combatants. He didn't waste his energy, because Su Yan knew that these fighters, they had to die, and if they didn't get rid of them, they still had a chance to make a comeback. At this moment, Su Yan was also relieved that his ultra-high heat energy was used up. Ultra-high heat energy is used to extract flames, which Su Yan does not need. When he uses it to attack, he only needs to use ultra-high temperature energy. Ultra-high temperature energy can not only burn everything, but also matter, and the fighting machine will disappear with it. Su Yan put away the ultra-high heat energy, and he was relieved, because he finally solved the enemy. After Su Yan packed up the battleship of the Xinghe boat, he looked at the heart of Xinghe. The heart of the galaxy is a red spar, and the whole body exudes a dazzling luster. No matter how strong Su Yan's eyesight is, he can't see everything inside the heart of the galaxy through the red spar. This time, Su Yan didn't hesitate, just stretched out his palm and placed it on the periphery of the heart of the galaxy. The heart of Xinghe let out a slight tremor, and then, the heart of Xinghe emitted a burst of red light, and Su Yan's palm also burst into a red light. The red light enveloped the outside of the heart of the galaxy, and the heart of the galaxy was wrapped in red light. Su Yan's right hand slowly pressed into the heart of the galaxy. Rumbling. As soon as Su Yan's palm touched the heart of the galaxy, he felt a strong resistance. This resistance is very terrifying, and he is unable to break through it, which shows that the strength of this resistance is very large. What a great defense. Su Yan took a deep breath, ran the ultra-high temperature energy again, and attacked that layer of film. He did not believe that his ultra-high temperature energy could not overcome this thin film. The power of ultra-high temperature energy is very terrifying, and the ultra-high temperature energy will tear that layer of film in an instant. Su Yan saw this scene with a look of joy on his face. He succeeded. Ultra-high heat energy can break this layer of defense. Su Yan controlled the ultra-high heat energy and continued to move forward, soon after this layer of thin film. This layer of thin film is composed of countless stars, and Su Yan's ultra-high temperature energy is integrated into this piece of stars, and then the ultra-high temperature energy burns all those stars into nothingness. Su Yan's ultra-high temperature energy is indeed invincible, even a meteorite will be melted under the ultra-high temperature energy. Boom! Su Yan's ultra-high temperature energy continued to move forward, directly piercing this layer of film, and shattering the heart of the galaxy. The heart of the galaxy was shattered by Su Yan. Looking at the heart of the galaxy floating in the air, Su Yan laughed, a look of relief appeared on his face. Su Yan was so excited that he finally made it. He used his ultra-high temperature energy to destroy the energy of the heart of the galaxy. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained a 7th-tier battleship. The sound of the system resounded, and Su Yan was also excited when he heard the sound of this system. His strength has finally improved again. Now he has a 7th-tier warship. This 7th-tier warship has 10,000 troops. What a powerful force. This Tier 7 battleship can carry more than 1,000 combat robots, and this Tier 7 battleship has 100 main guns and 3 shells. This 7th-tier warship also has a space jump function. This function allows the 7th-tier warship to shuttle in any space at will, and stay in any space for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes is enough to change the outcome of a war. Su Yan's figure disappeared from the spot and appeared on the 7th-tier battleship, and then he manipulated the 7th-tier battleship and began to fly. Now, Su Yan has a Tier 7 battleship, and his strength can be increased again. His goal is to go to the top 140 most dangerous galaxies in the universe, the Milky Way. Although his strength is tyrannical, he still has no chance of winning if he wants to deal with the top forces in the universe. His only way now is to go to the Milky Way. The speed of the 7th-tier battleship is very fast, more than twice as fast as Kai's starship. In the universe, it is like a tank, it can rampage, and any interstellar battleship will be crushed when it encounters it. When Su Yan was manipulating this battleship to fly to the most dangerous galaxy in the universe, not far from the 7th-tier battleship, there were 2 battleships that were quietly suspended in the void. The 2 battleships are Nebula Federation and Starmoon Federation. These 2 federations, one is the Science and Technology Alliance, and the other is the military. The Federation is also very famous in the universe. These 2 federations also have a 7th-tier battleship. The heart of the galaxy that Su Yan just broke is the product of the joint research of the Federation of Science and Technology and the Federation of Stars and Moons. The warships of the Science and Technology Federation are all scientific instruments. This kind of instrument can store energy in the battleship, and then convert it into energy in a special way and release it. This energy is released and it is very easy to be detonated. The Nebula Federation and the Starmoon Federation have paid great attention to this issue of energy release. After the heart of the galaxy was broken, the Science and Technology Federation and the Starmoon Federation immediately knew about it. The 2 federations were very shocked. They both wanted to grab the heart of the galaxy, but unfortunately, they did not dare to get too close to the heart of the galaxy. Because the energy of the heart of the galaxy is really terrifying. The heart of the galaxy is a treasure. Or a treasure in the universe. The function of this strange treasure is to make interstellar aircraft carriers and battleships. If this treasure is really in their hands, then their technological level will definitely be able to make a leap. Therefore, the 2 federations are also secretly arguing about who will grab the heart of the galaxy first. In the end, the Technology Federation has the upper hand. The Science and Technology Federation has more advanced scientific and technological weapons, and the science and technology of the Science and Technology Federation is much higher than that of other federations. After the heart of the galaxy was broken, the Science and Technology Federation had already received the news, and their scientists had also rushed to the location of the heart of the galaxy, ready to capture the heart of the galaxy. In their opinion, their technology has reached its peak, and they have absolute confidence that they can get the heart of the galaxy. They even thought that they could make a fuss about the heart of the galaxy, and then bring the heart of the galaxy back to the Empire to conduct scientific research and study the secrets of the heart of the galaxy. Scientists are all lunatics. When technology develops to a certain extent, they will not care about anything. They only care about technology and their research results. The Science and Technology Federation and the Starmoon Federation were quarreling constantly near the heart of the galaxy. The scientists of these 2 federations are geniuses, and their understanding of science is much stronger than that of ordinary people. During the quarrel, the scientists of the 2 federations also realized one point. Although their technology is very powerful, they are still a little short of trying to deal with the top forces in the universe. Although their technology is powerful, they lack a bit of the arrogance that a strong person should have. What they want is profit, not blindly desperate. This is the most fatal weakness of scientists. They do not have a decent leader to lead them, and the thinking of the scientists is also shackled. They are all addicted to science and don't care about everything in the outside world. Such scientists, if placed in an empire, would have been perished long ago, but in this star field, the Science and Technology Federation and the Star Moon Federation have no one to care about them. This star field only needs the strong to be respected. Both of their federations have very strong strength, so they are also very famous in the star field. Their technological level has reached a terrifying level. In the Nebula Federation and the Star Moon Federation, the Technology Federation with 2 Tier 7 battleships, the strength has been infinitely close to the interstellar overlord. The 2 7th-tier battleships are extremely powerful battleships in the star field, and in their hands, they can exert a formidable power. Such warships, if they are in the star field, can sweep all the enemies, no enemy can stop their pace, and their strength can already be comparable to the overlord of the universe. The star territory overlords also have some restrictions. They cannot easily kill the interstellar overlords in the star territory, but the star territory overlords have no ability to hurt them. They also have huge forces in the cosmos, and behind them, there are some cosmos-level forces. There are also frequent frictions between the Technology Federation and the Star Moon Federation. The Technology Federation wants to annex the Star Moon Federation, and the Star Moon Federation also wants to annex the Technology Federation. The two confederations quarreled with each other, and neither was willing to back down. This quarrel has been going on for several years. In the past few years, there have been countless battles between the two federations. These battles are all carried out within the star field and do not affect the entire star field. During this period, the war between the star fields has been extending, and shocking wars have erupted from time to time, causing cracks in the stars of many star fields. These cracks are tens of thousands of miles long, expanding every moment. These cracks continue to devour the stars in the star field, making the planet riddled with holes, causing all the life in the planet to die within a very short period of time, turning into dust in the planet. The creatures in the planet are in a state of panic. However, the battle between the Federation of Science and Technology and the Federation of Stars and Moons is also ongoing, and it has not stopped, and the more they fight, the stronger their technological level is. During this time, their losses were not small. They had already left several super-civilized planets in the universe. Both the Science and Technology Federation and the Xinhua Federation are looking for a suitable opportunity to capture the heart of the galaxy, and then enter it to obtain the secrets of the heart of the galaxy. They all know that the heart of the galaxy contains countless stars. The heart of the galaxy is also the core of a star. In the heart of the galaxy, there are infinite cosmic rules. Such cosmic rules allow them to improve their science and technology. In the star field, they have found countless planets, all of which are low-level planets. They have plundered all the resources in those low-level planets, and then absorbed all the stars in those low-level planets. Just like absorbing ores, after refining those stars, technology can develop faster. The faster technology develops, the more powerful they are. The appearance of the heart of the galaxy this time is their best opportunity. If they miss this time, they will continue to wait for the next warehouse. The hatred between the two federations has also deepened, and until now, both sides are unwilling to step back. Yes. After Su Yan observed the two federations on the periphery of the heart of the galaxy, he left the heart of the galaxy and headed towards the star field of the Nebula Federation. The battle between the Science and Technology Federation and the Star Moon Federation is inexorable, and no one will give up. There are also many contradictions between the two federations. These contradictions did not arise in a day or two. The two federations were trying their best to deal with each other, and this was not a solution. These two federations also want to obtain the secrets in the heart of the galaxy, and then conduct research to obtain the technology they want from the heart of the galaxy. This kind of thing is not uncommon. In the heart of the galaxy, the rules of the star field are very chaotic. If you can't get the secrets in the heart of the galaxy in the place where the rules are chaotic, then the rules of the star field can crush you at will. There is no way to resist. The rules in the star field are as vast and boundless as the sea, and no one can control the rules. No matter how confusing the rules are, there are certain limitations. For example, in the galaxy, if someone casts the rules in the galaxy, the rules will exert greater power and destroy everything around them. If there is no star territory rules, you can only rely on the power of the rules to deal with others. Rules are also a wonderful thing. In the galaxy, there are too many rules, and these rules are extremely complicated. At this time, Su Yan was standing in the star field of the Nebula Federation. The Nebula Federation is the second largest federation in the Cosmic Alliance. The territory of the Nebula Federation occupies 2/3 of the entire starry sky. There are also many planets around the Nebula Federation. The Nebula Federation and the Science and Technology Federation are also constantly fighting each other, killing each other and annexing each other's planets. The Science and Technology Federation and the Xingyue Federation are both first-class forces in the galaxy, and the powerhouse of the Science and Technology Federation is not weaker than the Nebula Federation. During this time, the Nebula Federation also sent strong men to the galaxies of the Science and Technology Federation to provoke a war among the 140 galaxies. The Nebula Federation also knows the power of the Science and Technology Federation, and also knows that among the star fields, only the Nebula Federation is the largest. The goal of the Nebula Federation is placed on the Science and Technology Federation. It wants to annex the Technology Federation and then strengthen its own strength. The powerhouses of the Science and Technology Federation are fighting against the powerhouses of the Nebula Federation in the starry sky. They are also constantly consuming each other, and the gap between them is slowly narrowing. Every day in the star field, planets explode, and every moment, people in the star field will fall. Not only in the star field, but also in the starry sky, there are also some planets exploding in the starry sky. The light of various colors illuminates the void, and the starlight dances around, like a galaxy as gorgeous. Such a scene is hard to come across. In the universe, there are too many stars exploding, but very few stars explode. The scope of the galaxy is very huge. When it explodes in the galaxy, the fragments of the stars will be scattered, but there will not be too many fragments, flying to other places, but the stars in the star field are different. The star territory has countless stars as if it were an independent star. In the star field, there are also many small stars, and these small stars are the inhabited planets. There are also many civilizations there. Su Yan is among these small stars, looking for those interstellar merchant ships. These interstellar merchant ships are those interstellar caravans. They will transport some interstellar goods to other star regions in the universe, and will also transport some interstellar goods back. On the interstellar merchant ship, there is still a lot of wealth, and these wealth are also transported to other star regions in the star field by those interstellar merchants. The purpose of Su Yan is to get the goods of those star fields, and then enter the depths of those star fields through these interstellar merchant ships. The merchant ships in the star field are very huge. Some merchant ships are even hundreds of millions of kilometers in length, and some are even billions of kilometers in length. The value of these merchant ships can be imagined. If you ship these goods, you can earn a lot of resources and earn high rewards, so naturally, there are many people who want to do this. In a galaxy around the Nebula Federation, there is an interstellar merchant ship, sailing in the starry sky. This merchant ship is the merchant ship of the Nebula Federation. In the Nebula Federation, it is also divided into many levels. There are also some interstellar merchant ships in the star fields outside the Nebula Federation. The price of interstellar merchant ships is very expensive, but such an expensive price is of little value among those interstellar merchant ships. After all, there are also a large number of interstellar merchants in the Nebula Federation, DBCG. Su Yan's luck was very good, just in time for the interstellar merchant ship that had just left the territory of the Nebula Federation. Ha ha ha, we met the interstellar merchant ship again. There was a burst of wild laughter, and then Su Yan saw a group of people approaching. Su Yan looked up and found that they were all wearing a set of black armor, and they all wore a golden emblem on their arms. That emblem represents that they are the interstellar merchants of the Nebula Federation. Haha, we are so lucky. Yes. When we were in the Nebula Federation, we never encountered an interstellar merchant ship. We still have quite a few interstellar merchants, and they are usually in the Interstellar Federation. This time we have also encountered such an opportunity. A group of interstellar merchants immediately became excited when they saw this interstellar merchant ship. Su Yan looked at a group of interstellar businessmen opposite, and nodded secretly in his heart. It seems that this time is indeed lucky. There are 700 or 800 people in this group of interstellar merchants. There are golden runes on their armors. They are obviously the core warriors of the interstellar caravans. These core warriors are also all wearing black armor. Where are you from? A tall and burly man asked Su Yan. Su Yan said, My name is Su Yan, from the Galactic Federation. Galactic Federation? These interstellar merchants were slightly startled. Su Yan nodded. Among the interstellar merchants, a man said, We are from the Tianyuan merchant group. The Tianyuan merchant corps is the most powerful caravan in the Nebula Federation, and also the richest. Their wealth can be described as staggering. Within the Nebula Federation, the Tianyuan merchant group is a super huge caravan. There are many interstellar trades, and there are also many interstellar adventures, and the Tianyuan merchant group is also a leader among them. The core members of the Tianyuan business group are all from the Galactic Federation, and all their clansmen live in the Galactic Federation. Their hometowns are also within the Galactic Federation. Hearing the name of the Tianyuan business group, Su Yan's eyes lit up. This business group is also a huge force in the Nebula Federation. Such a huge business group, only a big force like the Galactic Federation dares to provoke, and they are not afraid of offending this huge force. Su Yan said, It turned out to be the Tianyuan business group of the Galactic Federation. The core members of the Tianyuan business group smiled slightly. The core members of the Tianyuan business group are all very young. Since we are a business group, I will not snatch this interstellar merchant ship with you. However, we have purchased a lot of interstellar merchant ships on this interstellar merchant ship, and I need to exchange these merchant ships for exchange. Something. Thank you for watching Mystic Realms Recap. Please like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.